Everyone is talking about the downturn in the diamond business. A few months ago, I explained the downturn as the perfect storm, but I've made a few revisions. What I didn't stress was that the whole mining industry, from copper to platinum, is going through difficult times. Gold is reaching new lows, and no one involved in mining is immune to this economic turndown. Diamond miners tried to divert attention from the economic slowdown by pushing the idea that diamond demand will soon outstrip supply. Miners used this line to justify pushing diamond prices up. The problem is that higher prices fall out of favor in a slower economy. Diamond miners misread the economy and assumed that an increase in rough prices would automatically translate into an increase in polished prices. The whole supply chain was consumed with greed and self-interest, and everyone swallowed the demand and supply scenario hook, line, and sinker. When polished prices did not increase and demand decreased, the industry was blindsided. No one in the industry had the foresight to consider the possibility of a change in consumer attitude. They were too busy making money. Miners milked the rough market to the point of open rebellion. Cutters played out the system, abusing credit and buying into the miners' illusion of unlimited demand. Everyone supported increasing rough prices because for a time they were making easy money. Manufacturers profited greatly by selling original rough boxes into the secondary market. They were making so much money selling their rough allotments that many stopped manufacturing. They were not complaining at that time. When miners saw that manufacturers were making money selling uncut rough, they simply pushed through more production and increased prices further. It was only when things got out of hand that cutters began to complain. Diamond miners and manufacturers thought they were immune to economic change. They thought that demand for diamonds would simply increase. Their confidence led them to the implementation of vertical integration. The theory behind vertical integration is that you can keep more money by eliminating portions of the supply chain. Vertical integration is very effective when selling a commodity, but has proven very disruptive when selling luxury. Vertical integration has led to diminishing profits at the retail level and is turning both wholesalers and retailers away from doing their part as diamond supporters. The result is that the diamond business is suffering, and big players like De Beers are delivering their poorest sales results in 30 years. Industry leaders are still making mistakes and are being guided by self-interest and greed rather than simply trying to do the right thing. The World Federation of Diamond Bourses is putting forward its World Diamond Mark as a game changer. According to them, all industry members have to do is to join this Boursa club, and they will be promoted as purveyors of ethical diamonds. Their answer to making diamonds more attractive to consumers is to promote their members as somehow better than non-members. It sounds more like a membership drive than an altruistic move to promote desire for diamonds. Martin Rappaport's solution is calling for the resignation of the CEO of De Beers. He is also calling for an immediate 30 to 50% drop in rough diamond prices. Rappaport believes that he can control polished diamond prices with his diamond price list. He believes that a drastic decrease in rough prices will not result in a drop in polished prices. I wonder if his confidence that polished prices won't fall is a covert message that he can keep polished prices stable by not reducing his price list. Charles Wyndham points out that Martin Rappaport openly admitted that he is manipulating prices to put pressure on producers. Wyndham believes that Rappaport is far from objective and is conflicted with self-interest. Now let's talk about De Beers. They're in the business of promoting Forevermark as a more ethical diamond than other generic diamonds that they themselves supply. Their attempt at vertical integration has put them at cross purposes with their own customers who do not use the Forever mark. Someone please tell me how De Beers can have a brand that stresses one cut of the same parcel of rough is somehow more ethical than a second cut. How can they promote generic diamonds and promote Forever mark as being somehow better? Am I missing something? De Beers' attempt at branding is diametrically opposed to the promotion of generic diamonds. Diamond branding by definition casts aspersions on generic diamonds as somehow inferior. Most current diamond articles are more concerned with the financial problems occurring in the mining and manufacturing of diamonds than consumer demand. Commentators are greatly concerned with the profitability at the manufacturing level. They stress the importance of making cutting profitable, and they neglect the disinterested retailer and the changing attitudes of the consumer. I believe their approach is backwards. Consumers make the purchases, and their purchases are based upon desire. They have limited capital, and how much they spend does not depend on the price of the product, but how much they want it. The idea that the consumer understands the cost of mining and cutting a diamond is simply not an issue. Commentators who push the analysis of costs have an agenda, and that agenda is to promote diamonds as an investment commodity. They are not interested in diamonds as a luxury consumer product. Their agenda is contrary to the interests of the jewelry industry. The diamond industry is competing with other luxury products. No other luxury product is trying to become a commodity on world stock exchanges. Diamonds are not pork bellies. Think about other luxury products. Does a consumer buy a purse or a dress based upon the value of the material that makes up that product? In luxury, the consumer will pay a price well above the material value if the product is desirable. The relevant point is that the desire for a product determines the price. Creating desire is up to industry. Industry will raise or lower diamond prices based upon their ability to work together and protect and build diamonds as desirable luxury as opposed to commodity. I liken the major players in the diamond industry to certain members of Parliament who have held their seats too long. They have become accustomed to taking care of their own interests while turning a blind eye to the common good. To continue with the metaphor of politics, retailers and consumers are the constituents, and they are losing confidence in the status quo. Without renewed confidence, they will move on and spend their money elsewhere. The Rappaport quote of the day is relevant here. Without a viable, profitable, and sustainable diamond trade distributing their diamonds, De Beers mines are worthless. Anglo-American is the mining conglomerate that owns De Beers. Anglo-American shares fell sharply in November. Anglo has the dubious honor of being the second worst performer on the London Stock Index. There has been talk that Anglo would like to spin off their holdings in De Beers. De Beers rough sales reached an unprecedented low in November. De Beers is in so much trouble that they have deferred their own obligation to purchase rough from the government of Botswana. De Beers rough sales are expected to plummet by at least 60% year over year. The current plan for recovery calls for miners to curtail rough supply. The desired result is to create a shortage of rough, and that shortage will then prop up polished prices. Same old, same old. On the other hand, there have been many voices in support of dropping rough prices, and some desire drastic cuts. The risk inherent in this approach is that a reduction of rough prices could cause a further reduction in polished prices. I personally think that in order to correct the current situation, miners should be looking to new methods of distribution and promotion. Miners need to react in the same manner as wholesalers and retailers have reacted to the new consumer attitudes. Miners need to work closely with their partners in the diamond pipeline, rather than dictating from above through corporate executives who feel nothing for our industry. The solution to the diamond problem lies in increasing desire for diamonds. I believe that this can be accomplished by restoring profitability to each member of the diamond supply chain, with the realization that vertical integration and luxury are not compatible. Vertical integration may be effective in some trades, but when applied to diamonds, it results in commoditization and disinterest throughout the pipeline. The diamond dream needs the participation and inclusion of frontline retailers who are the ones capable of spreading the love. Vertical integration, which has as its focal point exclusion rather than inclusion, has diminished profits at all levels. Vertical integration is destroying the value position of every diamond sale. So, Israel Diamond Institute, stop promoting 50% discounts. Stop cutting your customers' throats and start working with your customers for the long-term health of diamonds. Retailers, it's enough with the 70 to 80% off. You're lying. You're cheating your customers and doing permanent damage to everyone selling diamonds. Miners, look to your bottom line 5 years from now and protect the future value of your diamonds. Cutters, support your distributors and stop diminishing their profit with your downstream efforts. All levels of the pipeline add value and contribute greatly to boosting the consumer's image of diamonds. Without full participation, the system breaks down. Happy holidays.